Hello and welcome to the Apex Expo in Anaheim, California. This show has been billed as the biggest ever and a walk through the halls soon confirms it. The expo is packed full of the latest in IFE and connectivity equipment, plus much more. In fact, if there is a product that will enhance the passenger's experience, you'll probably find it here. Later, we have some great features for you. But first, let's look at some of the news headlines from the show.
Gogo has unveiled its new ground-to-orbit technology that it says is capable of delivering more than 60 megabits per second to an aircraft. The GTO system was launched with customer Virgin America, which is due to deploy the technology in the second quarter of 2014. The new service is a hybrid technology that Gogo says will combine the best aspects of existing satellite technologies with air-to-ground cellular network. It will use a satellite for the transmission to the aircraft and Gogo's air-to-ground network for the return link. This means that the service will only work over mainland USA, where Gogo has its extensive ATG network. Airbus is showing a full-scale A320 family interior mock-up to allow visitors to test and feel the extra space of its economy class and cabin interior innovations. Its space-saving A350 XWB flat floor architecture is also being demonstrated. Airbus is making a big play with its 18-inch seats, which are even fitted in economy class. NewspaperDirect's press reader service is also on show. It gives passengers access to thousands of newspapers and magazines from around the world in a digital format. The product is being used by a number of airlines and airport lounges, including Inflight with Fly Dubai and in the Virgin Australia lounge. Consumers can download and read their favourite publications via their computer, smartphone, tablet or e-reader. Passengers on Virgin Atlantic flights between the UK and the USA and Caribbean are making great use of the Inmarsat connectivity aboard its Airbus A330 aircraft, thanks to ARINC's Cabin Connect. 3 of the airline's A330s have been equipped with the system in a 12-month trial. This has now been running for 4 months on routes between London's Heathrow and Gatwick to New York, Washington DC, Boston and Barbados services. Lufthansa Systems has had its Board Connect wireless IFE system selected by the parent company for the airline's Airbus A321 fleet. 20 of the Lufthansa aircraft are to be fitted with Board Connect in the summer of 2014 after successful trials. The system gives passengers wireless access to a wide range of content, which is then streamed to their own smartphone, tablet or laptop. BAE Systems is showcasing its new IntelliCabin solution for passenger aircraft. The company describes the product as a smart and efficient way of managing passenger wants and needs in the sky. IntelliCabin is an adaptable and scalable cabin management system with many new and innovative features. These include power points for all seats can be individually powered up or down either via central control or an app on a smart device. TriaGnoSys is exhibiting at Apex, fresh on the news that it has just been acquired by Zodiac. The German-based company, specialising in in-flight connectivity and wireless entertainment and cabin systems, will provide access to in-flight internet and GSM technologies, along with many other advanced communications. Inmarsat's i5 F1 satellite, the first to deliver the company's ultra-fast Global Express or GXKA band service, is on track to be launched before the end of the year. The giant 7-metre tall 6-ton satellite, which will serve the Europe, Middle East and Africa region, is currently undergoing radio frequency testing and will leave Boeing's El Segundo Los Angeles facility in early November. And finally, Panasonic Avionics has launched its EXO overhead in-flight entertainment system for narrow-body aircraft. Designed for maximum flexibility, the system supports a wide variety of cabin class configurations, including overhead video, wireless IFE and hybrid cabin class specific systems.
In-flight gaming has featured highly at the show. Gamers are now being treated a whole new experience with photorealistic games like they used to at home. IFE Services recently joined with Miami-based games maker GUE Tech, who have a fantastic range including realistic 3D football, Formula 1 car racing and stunning role-play games. I caught up with GUE Tech's Max Lingua to find out more.
It's more than games. Games is just a part of the whole concept. The basic concept is we want the passengers to enjoy the same kind of experience that they are experiencing at home. Currently, there is like this huge gap. It's like a rip between the experience you have at home, the games you play, the quality of those games, and what you have on board. So you're actually ending in a limbo as soon as you step on a plane. And once we realized that the passengers were getting frustrated, especially those passengers which are gamers, we tried to work out a solution. The solution was trying to offer the same kind of games, both when it comes to quality and when it comes to the variety of genres that they are currently already enjoying at home, in such a way that flying on a plane is not an interruption, is not a disruption of my daily activity, but it's a continuation of it. It's still my life. It's not something that I got bored about. I'm going to be excited about boarding on a plane. Soccer is universal. It's played all around the world. And so we came out with like 2 of the best titles. So on current generation, we have like this football game called Extra Soccer with, is with motion capture. And Shearer and Beckham, they provided the movement. They actually had sensor on their bodies, and they were recorded. That's why this game is so realistic. And now we came out with the next generation, which is Pro Evolution Soccer, which is the most loved game for people who actually play soccer. So professional soccer players, they are playing that game. And we try to bring it to the next level by using the 3D capability of the system to offer not only a 3D looking game, but a game which is fully 3-dimensional. By providing a set of very simple, which I like to emphasize, they are passive glasses, which are no heavier than the one I'm wearing right now on my nose, and the passengers can experience the full depth of the 3D.
Max, thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
Now, new ways of allowing passengers to view content on their own devices are all the rage. Lufthansa has Board Connect, ARINC has Cabin Connect, and now OnAir has joined them with their own solution, OnAir Play. I spoke with OnAir's Chief Executive Ian Dawkins to find out more.
OnAir Play is a new product application that we're rolling out. This application brings videos, movies, music, papers, books. It really opens up a whole new environment for the airline. And what's important for me about it is you were doing it over Swift Broadband. OnAir Play is very dynamic. It comes up, so the way you enter it is through your web page, and this brings up, so if I want to, I can go onto movies. It has multiple movies on board. I can do it, and then what's interesting about it is I can then stream it from my personal device. And what's nice about this is your personal device, your tablet, actually has very high quality. So where an aircraft has a video screen on board, it's not the same quality. I bring it with me, and when you fly today, people like using a second device or even 3 devices. So it's something you can use that's interesting from a product point of view. And from a customer point of view, it brings exactly what you want. I look at movies, I want to read the newspaper. We can bring up live news as well. Or if the magazines, some magazines are on sale. Or it can be the airline's brochure, the airline wanting to sell items. It's a lot more interactive. So OnAir Play is bringing an environment of media, movies, music. Exactly the same as an IFE system, but it's embedded on your own device.
Thales has a fantastic innovation section in its display, featuring the types of technologies we can expect to see in an aircraft in the future. The bulky handheld IFE controller is going to vanish, and in its place will be, well, nothing. Soon, you'll control your IFE with your hand, your eyes, or even your brain. I spent some time with Thales' Brett Bleacher to take a closer look.
Hi, my name is Brett Bleacher. I'm Director of Innovations at Thales Avionics, and this is our immersive seat, which has a bunch of different high technologies. We have eye tracking, which has a camera here, infrared camera, infrared emitters here. We have gesture control similar to the Kinect system, which has an infrared camera here, infrared emitter there. We have directional sound, which is above here, which has a directional sound cone using beamforming to the ears, so you don't require any headphones. We also have an immersive seat here with transducers that does massage control. Also, it has audio-based feedback from the media, so it vibrates based on the base of the media. If you have explosions or other sound effects, it'll actually vibrate to the seat. So I'm going to show you some of the technologies quickly here. We have gesture. I can put up my hand and I can select based on dwell timing to select an option. I put my hand across here, and based on dwell, if I keep it on for 3 seconds, it then selects the media. In this case, I'll select battleship. and you start the movie. The player controls will go away after a bit of time. You put the hand back up, you go to this icon, and you select the player controls. So I can pause, I can go to the restroom, I can go back, I can play my movie, and then also stop, and then go back. Then I can do eye tracking. Eye tracking uses a 9-point calibration. It calibrates your eyes to the screen. I follow this airplane, and it actually calibrates for smaller icons. The more calibration points, the smaller the icon. So in this case, I follow the airplane, and by following the airplane, I can select small icons versus larger icons. If I have less points, I can have larger icons. If I have more points, I can select smaller icons. In this case, you stare for 2 seconds, and here, nothing in my hands, I'm moving it around, and I go to select. And what I'm going to do is select a really cool innovation we just came up with, which is a game. So you're actually controlling the game with your eyes. This is a butterfly game, and once it initializes, you actually control the direction of the butterfly with your eyes. So it's going to start here, and the trick to this is to not look directly at the butterfly, but look to where you're going. So I'm going to go in this cave, and I'm just controlling this purely with my eyes. So I'm going in there to pick up pollen and going through the cave. And so if I want to quit, I go and look down to quit, and I can quit using my eyes, fully using my eyes. Now I'm going to show you some of the technology, how this works. Is I'm going to go implement the camera, and you can see here as my head moves, it actually tracks my head. And in here, you can see where each of my eyes, it's looking at both of my eyes and alternating beams to each of the eyes, and that's how it tracks the pupils. I also have a technology here, HDMI, so I can use a PED device, either a phone or a tablet, and I can hook up and do high definition screens on here, or use wireless Wi-Fi to do that as well. Also, you can hear a rumble in the background. We have simulated aircraft noise so that we can hear the directional sound as well. And when we test for another technology we're going to do is a directional microphone, and so we'll know that it works through aircraft noise. It's about 75 dB of aircraft noise. We want to make sure that it works through that. Some of the future technology, we have gesture, we have eye tracking, we have touch screen. In the future, we're going to have voice command. Then there's going to be a fifth, is thought control. And so this will be mind control, where you actually look at the alpha, beta, and theta waves of your mind, and you can actually control the screen using those thought control.
Bleacher, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, that's it for this program. If you want to know any more about any of the news from the show, go to inflight-online.com. Until next time then, goodbye.